Hey, Paul Katroff with 423byland.com. We're starting to work on lot 187, which we have for sale for $7,500, and we are doing the clearing for you guys. We know it's hard during a pandemic, and we're doing it the hard way. We're burning everything. I had a lot of questions about 187. What does the structure look like at the back? So as you can see behind me, it's a brand new single wide mobile home, beautifully done. And they have a fence going on the outside there, but I don't want to impede on their privacy. But to give you an idea, beautifully done, nice pad. They brought in a lot of dirt, brand new. Another question I've been getting from people out there is, how do you clear your lots when you're burning? It's a much different, much harder process. Obviously, it's hotter. So I thought I would take a moment while I'm doing this to show you how we do it. We've done this a lot. And of course, from experience, we've increased what we've done as far as burning, and we've improvised, and we've improved upon it. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what we've done for lot 187. We're going to start blazing tomorrow, and I'm going to go over everything. Okay, I'm walking from the back of lot 187, and whenever you're going to burn, you really need to drop a lot of the lot. Okay, so we dropped about half this lot. The idea that you just build a little fire and build it is not wise, because it's all about what happens up there, because the sparks are going to shoot up. So we've had to clear a lot. The first half of this lot is nearly cleared. Okay, so check out what I've got done here. First of all, I got a real wide circle, and I would say that circle is about 15 feet across. Okay, and on the outside of my circle, I have all these buckets of water. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9 buckets of water. What my intentions are this: if you notice the discoloration in the ground around the outside, that's where I've gone through and I've dug about 1.5 feet thick down to soft dirt. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to fill up the entire circle with a massive bonfire. It's because of the amount of heat that's radiating. You're not going to be able to control it. And also, when you have a fire that stretches from end to end, all the buckets on the outside are more apt to melt. Oh yeah, I came back one day and half my buckets were literally melted in the middle and falling over. So the heat will get real intense. So if you see this lighter color spot that I raked up, what's embedded in there is mulch and leaves over the years, which is really good. Now, one thing to be careful of, and I try to explain this to people: when you do a circle ring, it's really important to grab a spade, and that's what I'm going to do next. And I'm going to go 6 inches down and dig a trench in this black part right here. Why? Big lesson I learned, especially when you have the fire truck showing up and you burn down a half a property. Because what happens is, with this debris right here, this goes down. So when you light this, you're not going to know it, but the ashes and fire are going to travel underneath here. So one day when I was lighting my fires in the very beginning, everything looked pretty normal. I just had a little fire like in the center. And I looked right about there and I noticed the ground was smoking. You see little bits of smoke just coming up, just like this. And I got to tell you, I grabbed the rake. When I pulled the brush out, it started to ignite. So that was a big lesson. So you always remember that you always want to dig a little trench 6 inches down so that nothing travels outward underneath the ground. So right now, the time is 8:52. As a rule of thumb, it's too late to start burning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Why? Burning is a very slow process. If you're a homeowner and you're doing it in the weekends, it's not a big deal. But it's going to take about an hour to build a hot enough fire here, a big enough fire, to start making all of this brush, all these trees disappear, because this is a large load. And you know, if you're a homeowner and you're waiting around and you're sitting in a chair all day, that's not a big deal. But we cannot leave a fire unattended. So what happens is post 12 o'clock, the fire is so intense that waiting for it to smolder can take 3 to 4 hours. Your day is done. So you're going to be sitting around from 12 o'clock on if you hope to get home by 4 in the afternoon. So the name of the game is, you got to get up early. So tomorrow I'm setting my alarm clock to around 5 a.m. My goal is to be out by 5:30 a.m. and to set the first spark at 6, from 7 o'clock until 11 o'clock. That should give me 4 hours of nothing but incinerating everything around here. If you don't stick to those hours, you're going to get nothing done. This could take 2 weeks. Well, we're going to have this done in about 3 or 4 days. And of course, I've got more to cut, and I'm going to stack some firewood at the back, save me some time for everybody. But so far, I think the lot's coming out real nicely, and it really is a beautiful, beautiful property. Great, terrific property at the back. There's only one person, and I don't even know if they're moved in. It's brand new. So I thought this might be an idea to help people out there in case you would like to buy a lot that's uncleared. To let you know, it's not that hard. You can do it. You just have to time it. Anybody can do it. It took me nothing but some rakes and some buckets of water from Lowe's, and I filled them up and I dropped them here. So don't be scared of clearing your own lots. I've got uncleared lots right now, and you know, of course I discount them. I discount these lots that are uncleared, and for the sake of a few days work coming out here and being diligent, you could save yourself an easy $1,500. You know, that's what the clearing company is going to charge minimum. So anyway, this might be an incentive for all of you out there, but feel free to call me, 423-BUY-LAND. And I'm excited about selling this lot. It's one of my best lots close to the entrance. Anyway, thank you so much for everything. And I wish everybody a terrific year. Stay safe.